My name is Jessica Angel. I'm here at the Ethereal Summit with the MakerSpace, developing a project called the Doge Ethereum Bridge Art Project. What is the Doge Ethereum Bridge Art Project? Just a word that's kind of hard to pronounce. The Doge Ethereum Bridge is a software bridge that is being developed by TrueBit, an organization in the cryptocurrency blockchain space who is creating scalability solutions between blockchains off-chain. So there was a bounty from the Dogecoin community for whoever could connect the two blockchains, Ethereum and Dogecoin, in this software bridge. It's a really hard thing to do in the architecture of programming and coding. It's a really difficult task. So TrueBit partnered up with other people, and they finally completed the bridge. It takes tokens from one side to the other, but you have to build another bridge to take it back. So it's like really complex. Now, they claimed the bounty because they did it. And the awesome thing about it is that they're bringing that money or that bounty back to the community in the form of art. So I'm a visual artist. I create installations, large-scale installations that are immersive environments where you feel like you're in the world of super highways of information and you're like a little teeny bit of information. So that's where I come from. It's all handmade and with adhesive vinyl and wallpapering, and it's very techy looking but very handcrafted. So I was approached by TrueBit and they invited me to use the bounty to create a bridge, a physical manifestation of the software bridge between these two blockchains. Quite a challenge. I'm like, an actual bridge? You mean something that I can walk on and cross to the other side? They're like, yes, a big piece. You have this amount of money, which is a pretty good amount of money to make a bridge. I'm like, wow, that's awesome. So I started from analyzing different kinds of bridges that speak about unification instead of having two separate ends. As an artist, I just don't want to make an obvious thing as a bridge that you go from one side to the other. So I came across a bridge, the Mobius bridge. It's inspired by the Mobius band. So it speaks about unification because it is an entity itself. It's not just connecting 2 points, but it is a whole sculpture almost. So I'm starting from there, and the project has many layers because I'm using the Mobius band, and I'm studying mathematics a little bit and geometry, and I'm using this mathematical form to create the second level of magnification of this Mobius band into what is called a Klein bottle, which is connecting to a Mobius band. So it's kind of a complex project, but it's providing a space. So the space is an interior. The Klein bottle is kind of like a little museum. So what we're building is a public art sculpture. It's 22 feet high, 30 feet wide, and 40 feet long. And then we want to use this bridge as a bridge in a different sense between people, between the blockchain space and people who don't know about blockchain. So what do we want to do? Invite people to have a first approach to blockchain that is not necessarily cerebral, but sensorial. So we want to work with interactivity and very appealing, visually striking experiments that have to do with art and blockchain and that explain in very ludic ways a little bit what blockchain is. So we created a series of events or experiments that we're calling the MakerSpace. And this weekend at Ethereal, we have the second version of the MakerSpace. First version was at ETH Denver in mid-February. Now we're here at Ethereal and we have the second version. We did before a couple of experiments with people who were just at the hackathon and they just liked the project and joined. Now what we have is refining those prototypes that we created and also opening the door again for new people to join the team. So we have about 3 projects under development and new people, and the successful prototypes are actually going to take place and make it to the Klein bottle. So it's going to be pretty intense.